from strain, running from things, running from schemes. Too long, I can't stay down too long. Look, running from pain, running from strain, running from things, running from schemes. Couple things I know, couple things I show, couple things I don't. I can tell you my problems, I can tell you my sins, I can tell you my problems. I'm uncomfortable in my skin, I'm uncomfortable with my ends, I'm uncomfortable with my friends, I'm uncomfortable with my drinking, I'm
Hey y'all.
uncomfortable with my thinking, I'm uncomfortable with my
Y'all
racing,
coming
I'm
in? Can
uncomfortable
you
with
hear
this
me? Can
space,
you see
I'm
me?
uncomfortable on good days, I'm uncomfortable on bad days, I'm uncomfortable with my soul, I'm uncomfortable with my heart, I'm uncomfortable with myself, I'm uncomfortable with my heart, I'm uncomfortable with my thoughts, I'm uncomfortable with my feelings, and sadly I'm uncomfortable with healing. I can't hold a frown too
Smile too
long.
long.
I can't stay down too long. Look, running from
Running from
pain, running
pain,
from
running
strain, running from things, running from
from
schemes. I can't hold a frown too long.
All right, y'all. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and do this particular. Come on in, say hello, do all the things or whatever. Sorry, Monique Nicole could not join us tonight. Um, so since she can't join us tonight, what I will be doing is actually, um, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. If you don't know, I'm Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm back to give you a catch-up session of episode, the ending of Married to Medicine before we get into the reunion. So since I did the work, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a live because I promised you a live yesterday. Feel like I didn't want to not have the live today. If you're able to catch it on the replay, or if you're not able to catch it live, that's fine. I'm gonna go through just like I normally do, and so hopefully it'll be copacetic and everything like that. So hopefully me and Monique Nicole can get back together. Maybe it'll be a 3-part reunion that we'll be covering. However, comma, let's go ahead and get the work done. Okay. So, like I said, this is Married to Medicine. Come on in, say hello. I appreciate the engagement. Please like the video, comment, do all of the things. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So, anyway, I am going to go ahead and get into it because it is way past my bedtime and I ain't got it to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Um, yes, let's see where we going. Where we going? Okay, all right. Okay, I like this. Y'all have to excuse me. I'm in a new studio, a new setup, and so it's gonna look a little different. Okay, so this is episode 13. We're gonna go through it briefly. Don't have but maybe like 10 slides, but I just wanted to, you know, let you know how I was feeling about it. So, all right. So with this particular scene, we had, I don't know why my screen is looking like this. Like I feel like. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have the scene with Quad and Heavenly, and if you don't know, now you know. Heavenly and Quad have an alliance. Okay, so Heavenly did the dirty work of bringing Sweet Tea on the show. I clocked it. I clocked it. So anyway, but she's trying to make her amends with trying to get back on the right track with Quad, because she knows that Quad is actually the star of the show. You know what I'm saying? She's the one that keeps it spicy. She keeps things going, all of the things. So they're having this conversation, and let's move on. It wasn't nothing of importance. I think it was probably something about Phaedra. Then we have Toya and Eugene having this conversation, and baby, when I tell you his toe, yikes. Baby, she's in there living her soft life and doing the things that she needs to do. and she is cooking him breakfast, and he has an injury to his toe. Baby, when they showed it, I was like, yikes. It was just so bad or whatever. And they're talking about the Georgia 10 thing. They want to have a dress rehearsal, of course, and not a dress rehearsal, kind of like a dress rehearsal, but they want to have a rehearsal because people don't know how to, the ball dancing and all that stuff like that. So they talk about that. She asked him about Dr. G. Did you reach out to him? Like, this was serious. Why didn't you reach out to him? Girl, niggas don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, I thought he just needs some time to cool off. So I was like, all right, fine. So then we get to the actual setting here where they are actually. Hey Tamika, hey Miss Kira, thank y'all for coming through. Don't forget to hit the like for me. Yes, 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 girl. It's just y'all two. It's just us. It's impromptu. I was supposed to go at 7. Things changed. Blah 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 blah. So I'm running through the catch up because, like I say, I did the work. So I'm gonna go ahead and get through it, and then me and Monique Nicole will do the reunions later. So they are here doing the thing, and then they bring up the whole thing about um, Dr. G pressing charges for an alleged assault. How does that work? How do you go to the laws about an alleged assault? He is so ridiculous. I can't stand it. It is crazy. It is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But look, this is where we are, right? Okay. They like when I tell you the men and the women, they was not here for it. They were not here for it. They was like, that's a bitch girl. When I tell you Toya, I enjoyed Toya this season because when I tell you she puts it out on the table, she puts it out on the table. Thank you so much, Miss Kira. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Tamika. Yes. Hit the like, turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you leave a comment on my commentary in the comments below. It will really help me try to get myself back motivated, back into the spirit of trying to do things alone, which has been a big problem for me. But I'll get off that horse and we'll come back here and just discuss the things. I appreciate you, Miss Kira. If y'all are new to the channel, Miss Kira is a content creator. So is Tamika's Den. Please go on over, subscribe to their channel if you are not already. I appreciate you so much. And so, yeah, so they were like, this is a bitch move. And I feel like everybody was kind of like on Team King. Now, what is interesting is that I felt like people weren't on Team Quad, but they was on Team King. And maybe because they're not married and they're not a unit, they had to use that distinction or something. I said, Quad, did you give King your peach? I mean, not peach. I mean, they are in Georgia. But I'm like, did you give him your peach? Because baby, they liking him more than you. Well, not Cecil, because Cecil, he led him some Quad. Catch that. So anyway, they were all in agreement. We already saw it at the sandbar. The men, the women was not for the way G was acting. Like they showed the reactions as it was happening in real time. So they wasn't for it. They wasn't for it. So there's that. So then we have Toya, Dr. Mimi, and T. Now when T came into this particular friend group, she was kind of really underneath Toya, like real tough, right? But now Toya is trying to see, like, check the temperature. So she's like, what's going on? She's like, after that bitch move, listen, after that bitch move from your husband, leave my husband out of it. From your husband, we need to know where you are with this. And she was just like, well, I can't say nothing. Gregory, we're not asking about Gregory, baby. We're asking about you. You are the one in the credits. You are the one that is employed. You are the one with the contract. What do you want? And baby, when I tell you Toya tore her ass up in that reunion, girl, I can't wait to get to the reunion. I just can't wait to get to the reunion. Anyway, baby. And then Mimi, she done, child, she was so team sweet tea at first, right? And then next thing you know, it kind of dissipated. She was like, oh no, I'm not on the winning team. She said, I'm not on the winning team. And she kind of like backpedaled from, because like, this is your institution. Don't let them listen. All of that. She did all of that stuff or whatever. What she say? And Toya had no time this season. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, because we black. Right. We do not go to the law about no attempted assault. Are you? It's giving Karen. Yes, it's giving Drake. Yes. Like when you said that, it triggered me to say Karen, but girl, yes, it's giving Drake. Perfect. Perfect. And she was just like, well, what do you want, T? What do you want? And then it's like she's always in the because you know why T is like this? T is actually like this because of the way she came in onto this show. The way she came in, what she was doing, she knew full well. That's why I don't have no grace for her. I don't have no sympathy for her. I don't have nothing for Sweet Tea. So that's that on that. Let's keep going because she went into this and then she's always on the defensive. Like, come on, man. I you know what I say. Let them niggas hold their own balls. Like she's sitting up there trying to come up and fight for king, fight a man for your raggedy ass husband, girl. Boop out and gone. All right. So yeah, so they were just trying to understand her side. She didn't really want to say her side. Whatever. All right. Because Toya, you know what? Toya looked quite annoyed at this situation because she was just like, I thought we had a conversation about this offline, girl. And she did not do what she was supposed to do. Hey, Shayna Boo. Shayna is a good content creator as well. Make sure you follow her channel as well. Thank you so much, girl. Your RHOA, loved it, loved it, loved it. Married to Medicine, love your recaps. Love, love, love. And so she knows, I feel like they had some type of conversation and Sweet Tea kind of flipped on the script. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about that. And like I said, Shayna, I'm just going through these little bit of slides so I can catch up on Married to Medicine because Monique had an engagement. We said we was gonna come live, so I just went on ahead and just since I did the work, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it, and then we'll catch up on a reunion sometime this weekend, maybe. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. Okay, so baby, you know we already listened to the song from the last review. Set me free. I said, and my whole thing is like, T, you look like a whole jackass. Standing up for a man, clapping for a man that's singing a song about his ex, baby. Are you okay? Are you okay? Good job, Gregory. Girl, what? But okay. Anyway, I digress. We're gonna go ahead and then they were saying they was talking about this whole, this did you go to the law? He was like, well, I ain't gonna be disrespected. So you think you get to take your little leprechaun, your mean evil leprechaun ass up? I hope you would stand up for your woman. I hope that's what you would do, putting your hands all up in his face and doing all the things and acting all crazy. And you think, okay, so he was like, listen, for the life of me, I still don't know how King is looking in his face. Literally, I feel like there's some chopping and screwing that they're doing in that particular episode, in that thing where he felt like he was talking to his wife, but he was really talking to Quad. Because he was looking at him right in his face. So I just find that kind of odd, y'all. I really, 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 girl, it is a hot mess. It is a hot mess, girl, but it is good. Like, it's good to me. I enjoy Married to Medicine or whatever. But thank you for your support. I appreciate you so much, boo. And so they was just like, why would you call a law? Why would you go file a law? Like whatever. And he was just like, I'm not gonna be disrespected. And I was like, nigga, you was the one that was doing the disrespecting. Like, he was like, hold on, I didn't know that that's what you said to Quad. So, like I said, like a lot of people say, you really can't control how people react, right? You can't control it. So, if the level of antagonization and the aggression is there, and what I really loved about it is that King served as like protection to Quad. So he knows what happened in their previous relationship. And he was just like, you was talking to her like that? He was like, oh no, I wasn't even aware of that. Because like I said, the drinks was flowing, baby. The drink, he was talking cash money shit. You are absolutely right. And jumped in that man's face. And you coming at him, and that's the thing about Gregory, because it feels like, he likes to play these games. And I don't know if it's from the psychiatry degree and being, but he likes to play in your face. And he likes to antagonize, and he does the things. And girl, he don't fool me. Nigga, I done seen plenty of you in my life. Plenty. And I recognize it right here. Like, how the fuck you talking about you jumping up in somebody's face, then you telling me, yeah, I told her she got a big fucking mouth and shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, while some people are saying he said shut the fuck up, and some people are saying you got a big fucking mouth, I believe two things can be true. I believe that he said both of those things, and one of them was cut out. One of them wasn't aired. Remember, this is an edited show. You playing in my face. He is very problematic. He is very antagonistic. And then when somebody get with you, right? When they get with you, and then you like, oh, I ain't do nothing. Absolutely not. Time to pay the piper. Time to get whacked. It's time to get your lashes. Okay? So yeah, no. And he's one of those guys, like not like in Power with Marvin. The woman be the wife. Usually they don't want it with the men, i.e. Gregory. But he's one of the ones that want it with the women. And then it's a clear distinction, even in the reunion, how he was like, okay, Greg. I mean, not okay, Greg. Okay, Damon. You got it. You got it. Yeah, that's how them niggas act. That's how them niggas act for real. This little leprechaun nigga, this Napoleon complex leprechaun psychotic motherfucker, that's how he acts. He don't want it with the men. He hiding behind the Steve, right? He talking about, oh no, Steve had to hold me back. No, but nigga, he had to protect you from King because you was backing up. Okay, let's be clear. Let's be clear about that. So then, anyway, I spent too much time on that, honey. He son that dumb, baby. When I tell you Eugene is me, cause the way he laughed his ass off about every time he listened to it, every time he see it on a reunion, he was laughing. That nigga is clowning Dr. G for that raggedy ass song. And I cannot believe they let him sing it on a reunion, baby. Please fast forward that scene for me. So then Quad has this get together with the ladies minus Phaedra and Sweetie, right? So they have this thing. She was like, come on. So she invites them, like, for real, for real. Quad keeps trying to pull out olive branch after olive branch. Excuse me, after olive branch. And they are pretty much receptive to it. But at the same time, girl, that song, And then and my thing is T girl, when I tell you Quad swung sweet tea every which way but loose on that reunion stage, baby. I'm scared for part three. I really am scared because it looks like the gloves is off, baby. And Quad ain't new to this. T, she true to this. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Heavenly said King King said something to G about being aggressive with women. Yes. Yes. And that is the reason why he put the block up. You know, like y'all think y'all crazy. You think Dr. G can't talk to Quad? No, he can talk to King. Ain't that what y'all established in the group? Didn't y'all establish that in the group that we are actually talking to the husbands, right? The men that are standing with their girlfriends and their wives or whatever. So if that's what's established, then that's what you do. So that's what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Girl, no, she is not quick with the reeds, baby. Girl, you look, Shayna, she did like this. She couldn't say nothing. She had no clap back. She is not built for this. That's what I say. I say, I mean, she get with the right people, try to figure it out. She's still young, but she is not quick with it at all. Not at all. And baby, you might have bit off a little bit more than you can chew. So there's that. So then they say onwards and upwards and all this stuff or whatever. They don't want to talk about the past. They want to keep moving forward because that's what keeps keeping the cast divided because they keep going back. Hello, Simone. Let that shit go, girl. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. And you know what? Honestly, y'all let me know. Am I reading this wrong? I feel like they are using Quad. I feel like Quad could have gave them that. Like, I don't know what her financial situation is, but like I feel like the stuff that she does is still giving pick me energy around the girls to y'all. Am I far off with that? Like the fact that you got Dr. Jackie after what she said about black women in her practice and you letting her do your IVF, bitch? Girl, what? Absolutely not. I would not let Jackie touch me with a 10-foot pole. Bitch, no. And this whole thing, like, I feel like Toya, she basically just chose the winning team. She knows that Quad is a fan favorite. She know that it's gonna be probably her and they saw that backlash from when they kicked her off of that Napa thing. They saw the backlash. They got the backlash. So I felt like, it's time to kind of kowtow. Yes, they played in Quad's face. Girl, yes. I was so mad. I was just like, Quad. But then she takes a stand in the finale. But we'll get there. I'm almost done with this or whatever. But her and Quad, she was like, I'm not gonna choose T. I'm not gonna choose you. But that's the wording that she used. And it looked like she was talking to Quad, but she had made her decision about T because T was not trying to be forthcoming about what was actually happening. And so I like this whole thing, like she felt like she was being accepted. I mean, I guess it was an olive branch to her and she accepted it, and so they did this group hug or whatever, and she's sitting up here crying, and I was just like, Quan, I felt like she really kind of had the upper hand because of the way that the fans and the supporters of the show were really kind of like upholding her and saying this and that and the cast didn't have no choice but to move the way they wanted to. Yes, and she wants to be accepted in the group. Y'all know when she started out, they treated her just like they treated Sweet Tea. Can we have a real conversation? They did the same exact thing. So anyway, that's a mess. But that's where it ends. I didn't really I was kind of low key mad at Quad. Not mad. I'm not gonna be mad at her, but I was just like, girl, I felt like you had the upper hand. You was kind of like low key begging. I was just like, I don't know if that was a good look for you, Quad. But anyway, I digress. We're gonna keep pushing forward. That was episode 13. I got through that in like 20 minutes. Okay, let's see what I can get through in episode 14. Sorry, y'all got downloaded. I hope it let me upload it because they be playing games. Talking about if you got too many slides, you gotta break it up. So it might take a little longer. But y'all let me know. Is the temperature right what I'm sensing with quad? Like, please let me know. Like, or is that a stretch? It might be a stretch for some people. I don't know, but it don't feel like a stretch for me. It does not feel like a stretch for me, but here we are. Let's see. Oh, let me upload it. Great. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. People get thank you so much, Miss Kira. I appreciate that. People get mad at me because I be saying Mariah brought her on as a ghetto friend. And when she felt like she was beneath her, but when Quad became a fan favorite, people start getting mad. And that is true. Unfortunately, it's true with a lot of friend groups. Like, they want you to do good, but not good better than them. You know what I'm saying? When you start doing better than them, they start feeling type of way. I mean, I feel like that's natural. I feel like that's normal in some cases, but I no, I feel like you need to look within. Maybe you need to be doing something a little differently, a little something, something. You definitely don't let them colors show. You just need to do the work on you to figure out why you're feeling like that or whatever. But I feel like it's kind of normal. But yeah, they do not want. Yeah, they don't like when somebody has a glow up. Um, they blow up and stuff like that, people have feelings about it. So it just be they treated Quad like trash. Yes, from season one. Yes, that's why I said that's why I always go back and I be like, yeah, no. They still have this elitist attitude and all this stuff like, they the cream of the crop and I feel like Simone that's why Simone has a big problem with Quad because, she did her glow up. She did her big glow up and Simone still wants her to kiss the ring. And Quad said, I don't have to kiss the ring, baby. I'm sorry. I did the work. You know what I'm saying? She did the work. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get on to episode 14, y'all. So let's kind of run through this. Um, like I said, did the work, so I want to get up here and um get credit for it. Okay, so Phaedra has the outgoing conversation, right? She has the outgoing conversation with Jackie. She pretty much gives the people her ass to kiss. I mean, she said some things to Jackie, but baby, when we watch the reunion and we see that never seen before footage, and I can't stand a confessional gangster. Don't do that. Don't do that. I didn't like. If y'all did y'all watch Beverly Hills the other night and how Garcelle pretty much got railroad. She got railroad on that reunion stage, and then she turns around instead of cussing their asses out on stage. I guess she's trying to be respectable. She's a woman of a certain age. And then she goes back into her dressing room and start cussing them out. Bitch, no. No. You get in the motherfucking business before you leave out of there. Return the energy. Baby, when I tell you they was ragtagging Garcelle, it was a mess. It was a mess. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Beverly Hills. We're here for Married Medicine. Right, bye Phaedra. She can go. She can go, and I'm glad to see it. Okay, so she was just like, I'm not ready to be around mean girls. I think she said she was disappointed in Jackie. Who knows? This was a while ago. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, baby. When I tell you, Dr. Damon and Heavenly calling what's her name? Alora. Baby, you know she in college, right? So she in college. She pick up the phone and they want to discuss, I guess they got the credit card bill and her spending. She acting like a rich black woman. She was like, "Daddy, I think we need to call Alora about these charges." So she gets on the phone and call Alora. Alora said, "Baby, it's not a good time, baby." I said, "Bitch." It was so funny. It was so funny. But Damon, he loves his children. You can say what you want to say, but Damon loves his children. And whenever he thinks about his children, whenever he remembers his children, whenever somebody brings up his children, you just see this smile just come up on his face. And he is really proud of his children. They did a good job with their kids. Okay. So, well, I don't know. There's something floating around about Damon, the little Damon, saying something about assault girl. Oh Lord. Laura been running from them the first time we saw her. Exactly. That's why. But didn't she come back and stay? She went down south to Florida, I believe. And then she came back to come back to Georgia or something like that. But baby, it was so funny to me, honey. Listen, and so then we see Dr. Jackie and Simone having a lunch date, their famous lunch dates that they normally have, right? So then they was talking about the attempted assault, and then they was talking about this song that Dr. G wrote and sung and produced in front of his wife. Like a fuck girl, when I tell you that girl has no clue, like when Dr. G says she is so naive, he is not even lying. And that is the reason why he is actually with her, y'all. Low key, low key. That's why he's with her, because she's so naive. Okay. So, anyway, they sitting up there having a good key off that goddamn song, as you should, because that was some bullshit. Just crazy. Just crazy. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Heavenly and Contessa, girl. When I tell you Contessa worked my motherfucking nerves this entire season, she worked my nerves. She worked my nerves. All this double speak, all this holding grudges, all this. Girl, they say they're going to agree to disagree. But just like Simone, we cannot do that, right? We cannot agree to disagree. That's where we're coming to. We have to come to a area where we can disagree. And I'm Heavenly, I know that you have your reasons behind what you were saying. You were saying it was already shown. You're just giving your commentary, but at the same time, we still got to hold your feet to the fire because you were considered a friend of Cone Tessa's. Okay, you wasn't a friend of hers before, but then y'all turned the corner, and she probably feels betrayed by you. Okay, so you're gonna have to eat that. You're gonna have to give some accountability for it, and you're gonna have to take it. And but the thing is that I just can't keep having the same conversation time and time again. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to keep having these conversations. How you singing? You want to be free, and you been divorced for 7 years, right? It's so crazy. It's so crazy to me. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Right? We're beating a dead horse. The horse is dead. Leave, girl, bury it. Leave it be, honey. I can't. Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess. I forget what this conversation was about. I feel like we can just keep moving on. Um, I have an interesting thing to say about Quad and King. I was like, y'all sitting up there fucking 15 times a week. Do you really know that man? I know you know his dick, but do you know that man? Because when y'all get into conversation, it feel like y'all don't really be on the same page. So maybe get off the dick and have some more conversations. Okay. All right. So they're having this conversation. They're getting ready to come. He was like, I know you want something. What do you want? She doing all this, pomp and circumstance. He pretty much cut to it like, what you want? I was like, okay, okay. I said, damn. Like cut you down like that. I was like, all right. So then they go into the hot tub or whatever. Girl, when I tell you Quad House is amazing. It is so beautiful. That backyard is like almost like you are at a oasis. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you do a quad. I love it. And here you go. Here go my catchphrase. 15 times a week, but do you really know that man? Do you really know him, Miss Quad? Now, in this conversation, I was Team King. I was fine with it. I felt like what he said was fine. Um, Everything he suggested, he was like, "I'm not telling you to give up your house. Airbnb it, rental property it, do something." And then, because he has his own as well, and then we come together and we do something that is ours. And talking about it's the natural order of things, baby. When I tell you, when he be putting his man pants on, his boxes on, and he like lets it be known, yeah. Who said it's the natural order of things? I did. I said, oh, hey, Mo 69. I said that too. They just having conversations for us because they don't want to act like that they don't have nothing going on. Yes. Right. He signed up for the stress and now he want to play victim. Girl, if you don't get out of here, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. Mo 69 is also a content creator. Make sure you go on Mosey on over there and check out her content. She does way more than what I do. So she does like a run of the mill of things. So make sure you go check her out and all of the things. Say hello in the chat as we keep moving. Listen, when I tell you, when I watched this scene play out, I felt like the devil himself came and sat in my motherfucking lap. I was like, what is actually happening here? I said, when I tell you they pissed me off, they pissed me off. Both of them wrong. Both of them wrong. Your mother sitting up there knocking at the door, the woman who put her life on the line to bring you here, that's setting you up for the future, trying to give you a soft life, girl. We supposed to be giving girls soft lives. What the fuck, girl? When I tell you, and I'm not really all that mad at Simone because I feel like who really dropped the ball was Cecil. I'm sorry. Cecil is proof that you can have a man in the house and they don't teach their sons a goddamn thing. You hear me? You hear me? Cecil, sorry ass. You done turned out these two raggedy, sorry ass boys that can't even clean up behind themselves and won't even answer the fucking door for their mother. Are you kidding me? Oh, baby. When I tell you this scene pissed me off, the pistivity, they come in there, they ain't even answer the door. She was like, you ain't even answer the door. You don't hear me knocking. Baby, when I tell you, unless a man is valuable and can teach life skills, give, girl, there's no reason to have them in the home. If this is the product, if this is the product that you have, what's the point? I'd like to know. I'd like to know. So Simone's storyline basically been this season, these sorry ass boys you done had. Girl, I would be so embarrassed. Are you not embarrassed? I would be so embarrassed. This was a mess. And then Cecil coming in, he was like, "Well, it ain't that bad." Nigga, what? You must have a housekeeper because what is happening? Are you okay, Cecil? I was just like, y'all, when I tell you this pissed me off, I think we probably just need to keep on moving because look, I see people leaving anyway. You know, I get the dragging people, child. I don't know. Ain't no way I let my sons be on TV and that's how they living. Girl, that is not giving what you thought it was gonna give, honey. No, absolutely not. Useless. I'm gonna put it on you, Cecil, because we don't see you doing a fuck ass thing. I ain't seen you sell no house. I ain't all I see you be in that motherfucking basement drinking whiskey and bourbon and Hennessy. Shout out to Rodney. Simone is out there working, busting her ass, taking care of three fucking grown ass men, and baby, I don't like it. Fuck that shit. I don't like it. Let's move on because shit, I'm about to start getting upset, baby. Let's keep it moving, keep it moving. And the thing is that how they was real nonchalant about it. Like they sitting up there, Michael sitting up there with a big ass grin on his face. Nigga, what? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was when I tell you this pissed me off, girl, it pissed me off. Pissed me off. And Miles, girl, he looked like he a little different or whatever, but there are programs to get him straight as well. It's called Doors. If he has an issue, they have this thing where they help you, assist you. Um, I'm getting ready to enroll Kevin, baby, because he knocking on 16. And I ain't calling no sons. I ain't calling no sons. So he going to doors. He's going to get the resources and do the things he need to do, and that's that on that. So okay, so they have this medical event. I think it's Doctor Contessa's event, and they're doing awareness for diabetes, different a host of different things. I think Dr. Heavenly was talking about how important it is to go to the dentist because your mouth is the source of a lot of things that could be going on within the body. So I always love when they here for a good cause or whatever. And Contessa has this awkward conversation with Quad where she's talking out of both sides of her neck, talking like the orange Cheeto, saying one thing and be like, I fully support you and I'm here for you and da 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 da. And then next thing you know, well, why can't T be here, bitch? What do you think? Do you think? Can you open that pea brain that you got? You, girl, I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on with Contessa. I almost feel like she want to play the victim with Sweetie because she felt like she was done wrong as well by Heavenly and by Heavenly proxy quad because they're kind of like in an alliance or whatever. And so I was just like, girl, shut up. Just get out my face. Girl, Contessa been pissing me off. So then we have the guys. Of course, we're still having the dead horse conversation. The dead horse conversation. We're still having that, right? I'm just like, okay. So we're having this conversation, and they're saying that I don't understand why he called a law. I don't know how we're gonna move forward because when you expect conflict on these shows, right? It's an ensemble cast. There's gonna be conflict. Ain't nobody going to the laws, especially if you ain't even get hands put on you. Do you know how many fights we done had in Married to Medicine? And then you gonna sit your raggedy ass up there at the damn police department trying to what is going on? I am so confused. Anyway, so they're all in agreement that this is wrong. I think Eugene is the only one that kind of well, I don't even see Eugene in this picture, but Eugene is the only one that kind of like trying to have Greg's side. Why? I don't know. It's something about that bro code, baby. When I tell you, it's a real thing. Girl, Contessa aggravated the out of me. Those are my words. That's what I think Kira wanted to say, but I'm gonna say it. This is also she don't have to talk about her shitty asthma. Yes, and I feel like they're doing something similar on Roa. Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel like they're like the flat. Look over here, look over here. That way you don't ask me about this. But Kelly, you keep your foot on that bitch neck, okay? All right. So anyway, so then of course here come Mighty Mouse and this girl, this dummy. So they come in and baby. So of course Quad and Heavenly exits stage left out there. Girl, but when I tell you Heavenly gagged me when she said, "Get some help, Contessa." I said, "Bitch, I love them. They be reading down, and it be so funny. It just be so funny." Anyway, they're here, and they were saying something about this girl set us free. Girl, I honestly think T and Greg are coming back. But when we get to episode the finale, which we're coming up on, we're going to get to the finale. It looked like they kind of tried to wrap her package up just in case. They had to see how it was going to play out. So they wrapped it up just in case in a neat little bow, just in case that was the end of them. But I feel like they're coming back because all this grandstanding Simone trying to do, it feels like they're taking pictures together. They're still like, if you look at their social medias, they're still doing the things, right? I think she's coming back. Please set us free. Set us free. Because T, girl, it's looking real bad for you, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I forget what they talk about or whatever, but whatever. Who cares? And the guy's still just saying the same thing. They're trying to get G to back up off them. Back up off King. Like he look, you sitting up here talking about what you gonna do? I will hope that you will stand up for her honor. Are you asking me? Are you challenging me? I was listening to Jamie. That's me, and the way she described it, talking about he was trying to give him a dap. I said, your hands all up like this. That don't look like a dap. Like no. And then for you to sit your ass, we looked at everybody's reaction. All the men was like, "Oh my God, why did he say that? Why did he do that?" Everybody knew that he had made a wrong move, a wrong turn, and some you once it's up, it's gonna be stuck, right? He fucked around and found out. He fucked around and found out. And so yes, girl, yes, so corny. She is so dense. She is less than smart. I really hate that for her. I really hate it for her. And she's always in defense of Greg. You let him hold his own balls. You wasn't even there. All you can speak to is last season and this season, right? Let him hold his own balls. Why are you sitting up here talking on things like you were there? Yeah, I know you were a fan and you were watching and you crawled up in his DM. Girl, when I tell you Quad dragged the fuck out of her on that reunion stage, girl, don't open the door. I'm gonna kick that bitch wide open. You hear me? You say something wrong to me, yes, we about to go toe to toe. Okay? But anyway, honey, she don't know what she's in for. She do not know. That's all I'm saying. And they try and talk some sense into her, but it's not working. I mean, not her. Well, maybe I should say her, but anyway, trying to talk some sense into him. And then y'all, I call him. He's a bitch ass nigga to me. He's a bitch ass nigga to me. He got the Napoleon complex. He all but have the hat on his face. Put the hat on. Put the clown nose on, nigga. You look not good. Not good. You just don't look good, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass nigga.
Mm-mm. All right, so that was episode 14. Let's get to the finale. All right, y'all. Y'all let me know how you felt about the episode as I download the finale. That's episode 15. Where is that at? 13, 14. Where is my finale? Oh, 15. Here you go. Now, honey, I was about to be pissed. I was about to be pissed. All right. Sorry, y'all. I'm live and in real time. Present. Okay. Okay. So we got the finale. Didn't much happen, even though I have a lot of slides to go through. I just want to give you the visuals or whatever. So, like I said, I did the work. I was hoping to do it the same day, but here we are. Okay, so this is the Georgetown theme. She meets with the party planner. You know, we need a Toya party to make Marry the Medicine complete. We need a medical event. We need a Toya Bush Harris party. We need some kind of conflict. And I feel like that's like the recipe. So that's what they do. So she's planning this thing. This is for, I believe there's 16. Is it 16 years? Not quite sure. Y'all let me know in the comments. Is it 16 years? So they're doing a Georgetown theme. You know, she always likes to do a party and stuff like that. Um, Child, she was saying all this extravagant stuff that she wanted. However, comma, I'm looking at the price tag. I said, girl, yesterday's price is not today's price. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. If that's what she's putting in and then production is putting in the rest so that we can make a show, maybe that's what's actually happening. Because the girls was looking like 25,000. I want a roasted pig. I want a violinist. I want this. I want pomp and circumstance. And I'm like, girl, huh? Does this include the venue? Listen, I don't know. Yeah, Sweet 16. That's the formula. So we're going through the girls. They noted everything she wanted and all this stuff. So we moving on, moving on. Child, T and Greg have a meetup where in this meetup she tried to call him her king, and this nigga so traumatized from the attempted assault and the man that's referred to as king, his ex-wife's new man. I don't even want you to call me king. Since when black men don't want you to call them king? Girl, let me find out he got PTSD from that attempted assault. Moving on. Honey, that was just a mess. That's a mess. Yep. Next. Okay, so anyway, I don't even know what they were saying. Oh, I only got 5 slides. What the fuck? Hold on, y'all. What is happening? Y'all know it's past my bedtime. I know y'all probably sitting up here like, what is she doing up on this computer screen live right now? Okay, we got 6 through, let's do 20. Cause like I said, I'm going through it very briefly, y'all, just touching on things so y'all can see what's going on with the party and how everybody came in. And if I have a little something that I need to jump in and say, it just kind of jogs my memory to address it the way I need to address it. So, yes, so we're going to present a new slide from my computer. Okay. All right. Girl, get her crunchity, fucked up ass mouth off my screen. I don't want to see her no more. She get on my nerves, girl. Ooh. Child, so we see all of the husbands and the wives getting ready for the, like they're getting ready. So obviously they had to rent or purchase. Girl, yes, traumatized from the attempted assault, baby girl. I don't know what's going on. So, child, when I tell you what is Dr. Scott, child, what in the Prince Purple Rain, what is going on? And he crawling on the floor, girl. That damn dog started barking. Girl, it's a mess. Heavenly with that afro. Shout out to the afro. Now, I don't know about you. I ain't going to rent nothing. I ain't going through no glam team. I ain't doing my hair. I'm not doing all of this stuff to come during a cocktail hour for nobody's party. Not for nobody's party. Not the pomp and circumstance. And you let me come from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Get somebody else to do it. It wouldn't be me. That would have been my first stance. I'm not doing all of this trying to get ready just to come to cocktail hour. They didn't even get the grand. Then they said Quad and King and the Kimes are coming at the end of the party, which is from the 9 to whenever the end of the party. And so basically, we see who they chose, right? So that's that on that. You gotta have Heavenly because she the one keep producing the show and stirring up the shit, promoting the show. She's on the blogs. Like Quad and Heavenly are the winning team. Without them, you don't have a show. Hello? Jackie? No. Simone? Fuck no. Keep you and your nasty ass sons off my TV screen. I don't have to see them no more. You hear me? Toya, we can keep Toya. And Toya chose the winning team too. Contessa, take your ass somewhere else. Apollo, I don't go away from me, Apollo. Okay? Shit. Anyway. Right. With the shit. I can't do it. I can't do it. They want to be down like Brandy. I ain't doing it. That's the team right there. Unfortunately. And again, Quad, you jumping on that dick 15 times a week. But are you catching the shade? Now, like we said, it could be for the cameras. She trying to say something slick or whatever, talking about her crown or something. I was just like, what is that comment? But neither here nor there. But Quad had a funny look when she was listening to it. Like it almost kind of went over her head. Like, was he trying to say, was he trying to throw some shade at me about the crown and the stuff like that? Listen, neither here nor there. Just a side note, because I be trying to pick up on the things. Okay, so Lady Contessa. Oh, I ain't even put Contessa. You better be glad that's a screenshot. That's that's Bravo's screenshot. So they get out, they arrive. I just want to show you guys what they look like. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Jackie and Mo, his face is cut off. Thank God, because I didn't want to see that raggedy ass nigga face anyway. Next. Um, girl. Simone looked like she was going to a quinceañera. She was going to, what is that? The bar mitzvah. She looked like she was going to the prom, girl. This is Georgetown, okay? But neither here nor there. Just a side note. I'm just saying. Mimi and Steve. Interesting. Safe. It was fine. I think they was on the the Bridgerton theme or whatever. Lady Toya. What was this little silk number right here? Oh, oh girl. This your party. Anyway, but she had a different look. I think she had a couple different looks, if I'm not mistaken. We'll go through. and C, and then we have the Dunsfords, Gregory and Sweet Sour Tea. Okay, so she comes out stepping, bringing the youth right in this. Y'all see that heel? She couldn't do no better than that. Right, that was the pre-dress. Right, I was like, girl, youthfulness, girl, you miss every single time. Sorry, but you do. Bringing the youth, yes, girl. Yeah, she's bringing the youth. Now, Dr. Mimi shows her slip. It's hanging. It ain't dirty because you was on the wrong team anyway. You was just trying to get secure your spot on the show, which you did. Chestnut checkers. I mean, you can't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? So here come the mess. Messy one and messy two. I said, oh, my how them tables turn. Okay. So I caught the shade. I got it. I got it. Okay. Let's keep it moving. They come out. They looking around, looking all crazy and shit. So then she comes down with this lady whistle down letter, and everybody's trying to read it, and then I guess they wasn't reading it loud enough for the cameras and stuff like that, and then she gets into starting to read it and stuff like that or whatever. I was like, and then the way she was reading it, it was all dry. I was like, did you write it or did production write it? Who wrote it? Because you was reading it like you wasn't really sure about what was actually being said. However, we gonna keep on moving on. Everybody's in the moment. Excuse me, y'all, if y'all heard me burp. Girl, it was shade being thrown to everybody. Everybody got their shade. Everybody got their shade, right? Yes, that's it. That's who wrote it. Chat GP. Written by AI. Right. Calling everybody else old, but you the only one showing up like a grandma. Matronly. Girl. Get out of here. Child, when Jackie tore that thing in two and she said, boo, tomato, tomato. She might as well, that's not what she said, but that's what she wanted to say. But T thought she did her big one, baby. She thought she did her big one. I'm like, all right, girl, go off, sis. Everybody standing around looking all crazy. The men do, they just eating the shit up. They just watching. And let's see where we're going. They're having a conversation again. And I think this is the time where either Contessa was trying to ask her, did she want to stay? Now all of a sudden she wants to stay. But when y'all was having the conversation, oh, I can't say nothing unless Gregory says. It's up to Gregory. Girl, so now why do you have your voice today? Now they trying to dismiss you at 9 o'clock. Girl, shut up. She get on my goddamn nerves, girl. I can't stand it. Right. She didn't even stand on it. It was just lame. It didn't, baby, that wasn't it. It didn't hit. It didn't do what you thought it was going to do. That was not the flex you thought it was going to be. And let's keep going. I am at the end. These are the final. Oh, shit. Y'all, do y'all know where I stopped at? I want to say I stopped at 20. All right. I gotta download these last ones. I think I was at 20 to 33. No, 21 to 33. Like I said, if I don't work so much on these goddamn screenshots, then maybe I could do the goddamn reviews. I'm sitting up here doing all this shit with the screenshots, and I need to really just be talking. Girl, not me up here dragging my damn self. Oh, Lord of mercy. Not me dragging myself. Y'all y'all. We about to close this thing on out. I got 3 episodes done, y'all, in an hour. Yeah, right. That's what I said. I was just like, it's late. I'm glad you guys kicked it with me or whatever. I appreciate it. Girl, when I tell you, so then of course T&M, it was 9 o'clock. The pumpkin was about to, how Cinderella, the pumpkin at midnight. 9 o'clock is their midnight. And if you don't leave by 9 o'clock, the pumpkin, you're gonna be in a pumpkin. You're not gonna be in that uber black. Okay. So and they wrapped their little package up. And when I tell you that tea, like people saying they felt like they were gaslit about T being aggressive. I don't believe so. I believe that some things were left on the cutting room floor, but I do believe with the bachelorette party, how she treated her sister, how she was running up on King, how she was like, I mean, everybody get into conflict, so I won't say nothing about the whole thing with her and Dr. Jackie. But her running up on King and them in that whole huddle and talking in tongues and her crashing out. No, I don't feel like we're being gaslit, y'all. Like I feel like this is an edited show, and I felt like they did show what was going on, and the girls was just like speaking to it. So we don't know. They don't initially know like what they're gonna actually show. So yeah, so they, like I said, they wrapped that little package right on up just in case. Just in case. Yeah, she is unstable, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah, she is a loose cannon. Talking about she combat trained, about to run up on some nigga. Girl, get the, if you don't shut your ass up. When I tell you, she pisses me off, girl. Piss to pistivity. Bye. I wish that was the last thing that we were seeing from them. God, I wish I saw their backs. That was the last thing that I saw, and I would be fine. So sorry. So let me see where we at. Okay, so the party starts. The grand party starts. You know what I'm saying? So all of the pomp and the circumstance and all that stuff. I was like, y'all, I don't know what, but I would not have come to that party. I would not have. Mm-mm. Get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing it. Cecil and Simone in her kissy air dress. Steve and Mimi, they look okay. He's a funny looking one there. Girl, Contessa and Scott. Jackie looked pretty. Mo, you see, I always keep on cutting Mo's face off, girl. Ugh. Girl, when I tell you, Heavenly had me hollering. She had me hollering, talking about, Daddy, who put these damn steps here? Right. Which makes me side eye Simone even more. Didn't she shove you? Like it was crazy. Like I was like, no, I feel like, like when people are trying to defend people, they kind of sweep under the rug what actually happened and try to rewrite history. Girl, no. No. Just run it back. Okay. Girl, who put these damn steps here, Daddy? Her dress was entirely too long. It should have been altered. That dress was very ill fitting, and that's why she had so much trouble walking down there. Girl, and Damon said, "Fuck y'all, get somebody else to do it." This nigga pulled out a suit, probably from 1980, and put it on. I was like, okay. He said, "You better be glad I'm here. I'm just here so I don't get fired." Oh, let me not be loud. Y'all know my partner is asleep. Okay. So, Quad and King, they look good in their purple, okay? Okay, so then we get the real, the grandiose. Well, you think it's a grandiose? Okay. So we get Lady Toya. Girl, yes, the same suit from the reunion. Say it again for the people in the back, girl. David and that suit cracked me up. Heavenly was like, Daddy, what you got on? Exactly. Exactly. So they are here, they come and, do their little speech and stuff like that. And they're going through. And, oh, am I missing something? Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm sorry. It's out of order. Sorry. So they go down this little memory lane, and, Eugene is talking about, how much of a great wife and mother she is. And, girl, when I tell you, Toya absolutely shot the compliment down. I was like, bitch, what? Why are you shooting down a compliment? She said, it feels forced. I was like, Toya. Girl, she is so exhausting sometimes when it comes to Eugene. But like, baby, if Eugene like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? That's just all I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. So they go through and they're looking at going through the years and stuff like that. And you know how Toya always got to throw some shade or whatever. That's just their dynamic. And in the reunion, she says that she was just like, "Y'all got to get this shit up. This is us." She know exactly what she got. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that was the only thing that I really saw from that. And then we also see this whole, I guess, behind the scene footage where they're talking about Fei Fei, phony Fei Fei again, and the conversation that she had, and she wanted to leave. Like, she was like, we tried to have this conversation with her. We tried to make sure she felt welcome and warm and all this other stuff. And it just kind of fell flat. So there's that. So they have this conversation. And everybody, I guess, I don't know. They was trying to make it seem like they did right by her, but girl, no, you didn't. Y'all don't do right by nobody but yourselves, okay? So then they get up there and they do the waltz and stuff. Girl, all I know is when Quad started busting it down, started just twerking, I said, girl, girl. Just a mess. She was like, we don't know what we doing. We're just gonna go ahead and just, pop that thing for a real nigga, girl. And that was the end of the episode. Y'all, I enjoyed the season, even though we went dark a little bit, even though we were beating a dead horse. Married to Medicine is still a really good show to me. The cast, someone worked my nerves, but at the end of the day, I still like Married to Medicine. So, with that being said, hopefully, me and Monique Nicole I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Miss Kira, thank you so much. Tamika's Den, Mo 69, y'all stand with me, supporting me throughout this solo live. I do appreciate it. Y'all could be anywhere. Shayna, Chanel, y'all could be anywhere, but I appreciate y'all spending y'all time with me. And let's see. Hopefully we'll get something together as far as the reunions. And if I have to do a solo, I might do a solo again because they're done. They're queued up and ready to go. So, yes, girl, she showed her natural ass at that. But you know what? It was that alcohol talking. Did y'all see all them bottles that was behind in the men's quarters and the women's quarters? Because they just sat their black ass on that stage, and Quad said, I forgave Simone. And Simone was like, thank you. I've forgiven you too. And we're going forward. And just like that, back in that room with the alcohol going, y'all know Simone is a drinker. No shade, because y'all know what the fuck y'all know how I gets down. No shade at all. But you know what I'm saying? That you, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Yes, thank you so much, girl. Just wait and do all three. Yeah, we can. But that would be a long ass live, y'all. Y'all know Monique Nicole is long winded. She my friend, but she long winded. But anyway, all that being said, I appreciate y'all being here with me. It is 10:20, definitely almost 2 hours past my bedtime. Well, I've been staying up a little bit later lately, if you've noticed. But anyway, right. That's what I say. I feel like we need to do one and two on Sunday, and then maybe do three, wrapping on up on Tuesday or something like that. So we'll see. Yeah, so we'll see. Like, cause we're behind and we really need to kind of keep on the eight ball, y'all. I don't want to keep on disappointing y'all. Y'all get in my DMs. Y'all try to encourage me. A lot of times, my numbers make me feel a certain way, and I'm like, why am I even doing it? So I normally just jump on panels and stuff like that, but I have to, try to keep myself going. So, jump in the DM. Where's the review needed? What we doing? Because I need to start doing my solo reviews as well. So that was one thing I wanted to do for myself, but we'll see. Anyway, check out everything that's on the channel. Cover Raising Canaan, Yellow Jackets. Meet me for Yellow Jackets. I'm actually hosting tomorrow. Yellow Jackets at, I believe, 7 or 9. Can't remember the time. I want to say, girl, yes, Shayna. I was just talking about why am I still up? Why am I still up, girl? Yes, I'm still up, but I'm signing off. I'm just telling y'all what I'm doing. Check me out for Yellow Jackets tomorrow. We're gonna try to be back for the reunion, parts 1 and 2, and then we'll do the reunion part 3. And of course, Racing Kane, and I'm on Lamont's channel. Brillo's trying to get me on his channel because we've been clashing about rock. So who knows? Who knows where I will be? Okay. Yes, I got this. Thank you, Miss Carrie. I'll try to tell myself every day. So yes, y'all, we are gonna have a good time trying to. Yes, thank you so much because you might have been on another channel. Like I said, I didn't plan on going on this late. Y'all know that. But I forgot my son had karate at 7. I set the live at 7. I said, baby, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I was just all over the place today. So anyway, I appreciate y'all and I hope to see y'all tomorrow. All right, y'all. Bye.